They race over 3 miles and 19 fences for the At the Races Rehearsal chase, a listed chase, and around the outside, Tuchek is vying for the early lead, together with Forrit, who's up there, Vintage Star, last year's runner-up, and on the inside, Indian Castle, and they've gone off very quick here. Broadway Buffalo with the green sleeves and cap racing on their outside now in 5th position. The 2 times winner, Hey Big Spender, in 6th as they go over the first of their 19 obstacles. They're all safely over the mare Fentara at the back of the field. Well, no place for faint hearts here. This is going to be a searching rehearsal chase as they go over fence number 2. And Hey Big Spender paddled his hind legs through that. And the rider of Victor's Serenade, Nick Schofield, went to the buckle end as that horse was also just a little bit chancy over that first open ditch. They're over the 3rd, and it's Forrit on the inside of Tuchek. These are the first 2. 2.5 lengths away, Vintage Star just in 3rd. On his inside, Indian Castle, the black and grey. On his outside, Broadway Buffalo. Wider still, Victor's Serenade as they go over fence number 4. Fentara was last over that, and just in advance of Fentara, Hey Big Spender and Mr. Great. So they make the run now on towards the 5th. The last one down the back on the first circuit in this At the Races Rehearsal chase. And they're all safely over the first 5 fences. Vintage Star is the one who's gradually lost his place down that line of fences. He jumped off right in the vanguard, but now he's in the last quartet in the famous Trevor Hemmings green and white quarters, sported by James Reevely today. But he's just come off and on the bit, and now he's settled back onto it again, just on the heels of that leading group. So making the turn into the home straight for the first time. Tuchek, Brian Harding. Towards the outside of Forrit and Peter Buchanan as they got over a second open ditch. Just lobbing along in 3rd, Broadway Buffalo, with for company on the inside, Indian Castle. Out a little bit wider, Victor's Serenade, who's splitting rivals with A Big Spender as they go over another plain fence. Not for the first time, Victor's Serenade was just a little awkward over that fence, and Fentara at the back of the field gets a shake of the reins early from Paul Townend. Going now over fence number 8. All safely over. Forrit on the inside of Broadway Buffalo. And now Indian Castle has come off the bit. Gets reminders from Brian Hughes on the inside. The 9th will be the last in a circuit's time. And it was Broadway Buffalo who was out-jumped by Tuchek towards the near side. And Tuchek now has the lead in the rehearsal chase with a circuit to go. So it's the grey Tuchek, the green sleeves of Broadway Buffalo, and on the inside Forrit. Now Vintage Star is once again being hustled up towards the outside to take interest in the hands of James Reevely. He's now in 4th. The second of the greys is Mr. Greys. He's getting a little bit closer in a share of 5th, with Hey Big Spender looking for his 3rd win in this contest, getting closer for double-seeking Brendan Powell. Towards the inside is Indian Castle, who's been stoked along now for nearly a quarter of a mile as they make the run down the hill and along the side of the course. Victor's Serenade out wide is last but one, and the mare Fentara is now last of the 9-strong field. They go towards halfway. Broadway Buffalo on the inside of Tuchek, and towards the outside Vintage Star. These 3 will be virtually in line as they cross over fence number 10. Broadway Buffalo, a mistake, a significant error, and Fentara at the back of the field has come down. She was last when she crashed out at fence number 10. She is quickly up, and so too her rider Paul Townend. So now they make the turn. And it's Broadway Buffalo, who had a nibble of the Newcastle turf when landing over fence 10, who now has the lead over Tuchek in 2nd. Once again, off the bit. Vintage Star has been on and off the bit throughout. He's now ridden in 3rd place. Forrit towards the inside, Indian Castle. Angling a little wider, Hey Big Spender gets closer once again. Tuchek made a significant error at that first fence down the back straight and slightly hampered Forrit. They go now towards an open ditch. Broadway Buffalo's getting away, and he asked for a big leap, and he got it there. Rider Kieran Edgar. He's clear now by 3 lengths as they go now towards another plain one. Fence number 13, Broadway Buffalo led. Vintage Star in 2nd, a mistake by Tuchek, and a copycat error by Indian Castle, who is now beginning to lose tabs on that leading group. They go now towards the final 2 fences down the back. Broadway Buffalo leads. Hey Big Spender Mr. Grez getting close now on the outside for Bridget Andrews. On the inside, Vintage Star as they go over the 6 from home. A bad mistake in 5th place by Forrit, who landed very steeply. Tuchek has blundered his way down the back straight. Victor Serenade can't pick them up at the moment to the outside as they go now towards 5 out. Hey Big Spender has jumped his way into the lead and goes on now very readily by 2.5 lengths. Hey Big Spender, who has never tasted defeat here at Newcastle. 2 runs in this race and 2 wins, and Brendan Powell on the Colin Tizard train top weight. Hey Big Spender leads the field back towards home with 4 more fences to take in the 2014 renewal of the Rehearsal. Vintage Star, last year's runner-up, once again gives chase. Broadway Buffalo tries to stay on towards the inside. Tuchek, Forrit, and then Victor Serenade as they race now on towards a 3rd from home. And Hey Big Spender has a lead of 4 lengths as he rises over 3 out. In 2nd, Vintage Star. Broadway Buffalo now back in 3rd and treading water as Forrit goes past him as they come down now towards a 2nd from home. And it is Hey Big Spender who comes to it, and he's over safely, ridden away for it now, a 6-length lead. Vintage Star in 2nd, Forrit is in 3rd. The danger no longer in front of Hey Big Spender. It's the 19th and final fence now, and he's over safely. Vintage Star in 2nd, Forrit in 3rd, and Broadway Buffalo and Tuchek. But he's been to Newcastle 3 times in his career, and he's going to make it 3 wins in the Rehearsal chase. It is Hey Big Spender who wins for Brendan Powell and Colin Tizard. Forrit was 2nd, Vintage Star in 3rd, Tuchek in 4th, and Broadway Buffalo in 5th. Only 5 got home.